Sorsby denied NCAA reinstatement. Bubba, what you think about that?
I think it's plain and simple, bro. um, you got hit for gambling for sports betting. You don't move the needle in the NCAA for them to overturn this and make a make a different stance than what they've been making. You don't move the needle, bro. You're not a Tim Tebow. You're not a Cam Newton. You're not a Colt McCoy. You just not enough in NCAA. So for them, they like, shit, we're gonna keep our hands clean. We just keep the gloves on. We go ahead and keep this same stance that we've been taking. We don't allow players to gamble or sports bet, let alone the same team that you competing on. In 2022, he was competing uh, on Indiana. Now, granted, I do understand his perspective. He was betting small bets, 5 for 50, 10 for 100. So I understand that perspective. But at the same time, bro, this is an amateur sport. They making millions, really billions of dollars. They not about to have you to come in here and disrupt what they got going on. And that's a bad look on just on the league as a whole, the NCAA. Um, and I understand what Texas Tech is doing. They fighting back. They trying to appeal, but I think they only doing that just to show Sorsby like, hey, we trying. Hey, it's out of our hands. We tried. We did what we could for you. I at your best, you had 68% completion percentage. This in 2024. I think you had 2,800 yards. I think 12 or 17 touchdowns, and you had like 8 interceptions. You didn't even play good. I'm not understanding the uproar and the noise you trying to make right now. I don't get it, bro. If you really just want to play ball, take a chance. Just enter the draft next year. Just enter the draft and see where you land, bro. Because right now you don't even compete with the top 10 quarterbacks right now in NCAA, and this is with your best numbers in 2024. He don't compete.
Oh,
Not with the not with the
I ain't
top
gonna say
10
that.
right now. Nah, bro. You don't move the needle enough, and I just think
Yeah,
the
he up there
NCAA
for
should,
sure.
should keep their hands clean and make an example out of him.
This QB draft was weak though. Like I wouldn't say he don't compete with the top 10
No,
right
no, no.
now.
I'm talking about who's playing now, not the previous draft.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
talking about
okay, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
the
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that's playing right now.
yeah. He would have had to have like he would have had to have a better season than he had last year to like boost his stock in the draft for sure. But like his numbers wasn't bad though.
No, they went bad.
Shit, like you said, like total yards. Shit, bro had 3,500 total yards, 36 total touchdowns, tied for third nationally, and he only had 5 picks. Only thing I give against him is I don't know if this has something to do with his gambling shit, but he lost his last 4 games of this. Like they started off good, like they was like, bro, they started off like 9-1 or 8-1 or some shit like that. But you lost your last 4 games of the season, and you got your, I'm gonna say you got your ass whooped in all of them. Like you lost all of them by 10 plus. Um, his like as far as like the gambling shit, they said bro put down like thousands of bets. Like yeah, it was when you was back when you was with Indiana, like the in 22 and 23 and shit. But it's still that shit still matters though, bro. Like I don't understand what niggas don't get about you cannot bet on the league that you're playing in. Like I don't understand what's so hard about not betting in some shit that you got going on. Especially nigga, you took it as far as betting on the games that y'all you took it as far like you didn't play in those games, but you still bet on your
He
team.
bet on them to
I just don't
win.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just don't understand like what's so hard about not doing that. Like, bro, it's so many other sports out here you can bet on, nigga. While NCAA going on, you got the NFL going on. Go bet on the NFL. Like you can wait till y'all play on Saturdays, bro. You could wait till tomorrow to bet. Like you're not gonna win that much money to where it's like, nah, I gotta hit this today. Nah, I just don't understand it. But he completed his 35-day rehab for his gambling addiction, and that's what he was gonna try to use as his leverage to get reinstated by the NCAA. But the same day he completed this shit is the same day he got denied. So now he's basically waiting on the supplemental draft, which the deadline for that is like June 22nd. And I know Gully will talk a little bit more about that. But like you said though, I think it's just I think he getting what he deserved. Like hopefully the lesson they teaching him now, like other NCAA players learn from it. Like this is just some shit that you can't do. And I hope don't nobody else try this because y'all gonna get the same consequences for your repercussions. And this shit not worth it, bro. It's not worth throwing your career down the drain because now who's to say you gonna get picked up now? Like
Yep.
you might get picked up, but now you just gonna fall further down the ladder from being I could go in and compete for a starting spot to now as you might get drafted fifth, sixth round if you end up being able to be drafted, or if they even look at you worthy enough to be drafted, because now you can't showcase your last season, and then you was going to play for a good school. You was going to play for Texas Tech. Like, yeah, they got Peter rolled by Oregon in the playoffs last year, but shit, they still a top tier program. And like I said, bro, I just don't think the shit was worth it.
Yeah,
Dylan.
for sure. I think he's a good quarterback. I feel different than y'all. I'm not gonna lie. He was the number one rated recruit coming out in the transfer portal. I think it was a lot of
No,
teams
I,
interested
I
in.
think he was a good quarterback. I think he was a good
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. So I think and then Texas Tech gave him like 5 mil too. But it's just crazy seeing, or at least hearing, what I'm saying, those betting allegations and everything, just from the standpoint of like you a quarterback, what I'm saying, for a Power Five school. Like, no way you thought that was gonna skate through. Now I read something like he put in like between 2022 and 2026, or at least now, like he put in like 10,000 bits. That's insane, bro. That's an insane amount, Um, so it's good that he went to rehab. It was probably a bigger problem, you know what I'm saying, that nobody talked about. But kind of to what Raymond said, as far as the supplemental draft, I think that's his best route right now because his eligibility, what I'm saying, is exhausted. So at the end of the day, I think his best case scenario is to file for that. He got up until June 22nd to get that completed. But at the end of the day, like the supplemental draft is also kind of finicky because for one, the NFL don't host that every year. The last supplemental draft was like in 2023, and the last player that was selected in the supplemental draft was like in 2019. It was Jalen Thompson, a safety for the Cowboys now, formerly with the Arizona Cardinals. But like I said, the biggest thing, how I look at the supplemental draft, is almost like the exclusive franchise tag in football, where it's kind of like what the Cowboys did with Pickens. We're gonna tag you, and whatever team wants to get you, they got to fork up 2 first-round picks. Supplemental draft is kind of like that to an extent. So basically, all teams, I think it's similar to like the draft order. They go by rounds. Okay, this is the first round. This is the second round. This is the third round. He can get passed up. Whatever team bids on him, let's say I'm just gonna throw a team out there. Let's say I'm the Arizona Cardinals. I like Sorsby. Let's say I want to choose him in the third round of the supplemental draft. That means in next year's draft, in 2027, I'm gonna have to give up a third round pick because I selected Sorsby in a supplemental draft. So basically, you're just swapping out what you gave for that player. So I can probably see him going in a supplemental draft somewhere around the fourth, fifth round. A desperate team, that need a quarterback or want a young quarterback to sit behind a veteran quarterback. I can see them forking up a fourth or fifth round pick for him. But at the end of the day, it is kind of crazy. I like him personally. I think he got a lot of talent and everything like that. But same thing with y'all said. I don't understand what they be thinking, what I'm saying, when they go trying to bet in the same league in which you play in. We all know that's illegal in collegiate sports. So, and just being a former collegiate athlete myself, I know that's one thing they hammer. Um, Entering school, beginning of the year meetings, no betting, no betting, no betting, no betting. So, I don't really know what he was trying to get out of that, other than maybe it's just a habit for him. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes.
And then any league, bro. I don't think I don't think he even get picked up. The NFL is I just don't think he moved the needle enough. Like you're not even a big enough name to even create market value. Like I said, you're not a Cam Newton, you're not a Vince Young, you're not a Colt McCoy, you're not a Tim Tebow. Those are needle movers, bro, that really brought money into the market. What these people care about? Money and how they are viewed, the perception that the fans view them as. They don't want to stain their hands with that. If I want to keep my hands clean, I'm gonna just keep the gloves on and just let this dude. I think his best bet next year into the draft. Let this shit blow over. Anything this year, it's over. You might well chill and kick it, bro, because it's too fresh. It's recency. It's recency bias. Even if a team just don't give a fuck about it, just because it's recent and in the headlines for fucked up shit, like, and it's a bad look. I think he just did some dumb shit, bro.
I think this your best chance that you got though. It's either this year or you probably won't get picked up at all because it's still teams that could use like not a starter quarterback maybe, but it is still teams that could use a good backup who could probably come in and play that role of being a solid backup. Like I don't want to go through a name, but it's still teams that could use a solid backup, and I think he's better than a lot of quarterbacks that went in the draft this year. Like Nussmeier, he went to the fucking Chiefs. Shit, if you ask me, shit, he had a better year than K Klubnik. He went to the Jets. Um, shit, who else do I think he's better than?
See, this the thing. True, he might be better than some of them, but are you bad for business? I just don't think you much of a needle mover to
Yeah,
for somebody to take a chance. Can he play? Yes, he can play. No doubt about it. I just think you aren't great enough to where a team would say, you know what, fuck what he got going on. We like a Tyrann Mathieu almost. Tyrann Mathieu got kicked out of school twice, went to jail, failed to third round, ended up playing 11, 12 years in the league. He was a needle mover at that position. Something like that. He still had negative
yeah,
headlines all over him. Cam Newton, same way, stealing his shit from all it. He was a needle mover. Like, they could make exceptions. I just don't think this nigga. I just don't think this nigga a needle mover, bro. Jameis Winston, he was stealing shit. It's negative.
crab leg.
This negative. They still took chance on him.
Yeah,
Oh
I,
man.
I, yeah, yeah, I do see what you're saying. Like he just not of that upper echelon of quarterbacks to
Yeah,
take that chance on.
he
Yeah,
could
yeah, I
definitely
feel
play.
you.
He
I
could
feel
play
you.
in the league. It's just, it was dumb, bro. It was crazy.